Hey, Grace Chapel. I just wanted to share with you a devotion real quick, and I hope it's encouraging to you all in this very strange time in the world. In just a few weeks, all of us have been plunged into a world-altering event that is shaping and changing how we go about our daily lives. We are all now essentially existing in survival mode. While the tension of waiting and watching to see how our world will look months ahead, we are often presented with one of two responses. One, we can be afraid. Or two, we can cling to a hope and a future we do not yet see. I've experienced this personally as I have been affected by the anxieties of each day and with the anticipation of what the future is going to hold, both for our world and in my own journey in life. But what I have learned is that it is very easy to be paralyzed by fear of the unknown. But Jesus knows and understands our fear. In Mark 4:35 through 41, it says, "That day when evening came, he says to his disciples, 'Let us go over to the other side.' Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along, just as he was, in the boat. There were also other boats with him. A furious squall came up, and the waves broke over the boat, so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, 'Teacher, don't you care if we drown?' He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, 'Quiet, be still.' And the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, 'Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?' They were terrified, and they asked each other, 'Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him.'" Jesus rebukes the wind and the waves. He shows his absolute control over the situation, and his disciples are amazed at this. How often do we, even as believers, start to doubt that God holds the world in his sovereign will? It's difficult to understand, especially in times where the world seems very dark and without hope. But we do know that God uses events like this to deepen and strengthen our dependence on him. We may not yet see the fruits of what God is doing through this, but we can choose to respond in faith and not fear. Let us continue to draw close to God in prayer and rest in the promise of his grace. We must continue to pray for our world and look for opportunities to reach out and be a light to those who do not know God.
Oh, you've come to bring peace, to be love, to be nearer to us. Oh, you've come to bring life, to be light, to shine brighter in us. So we need you well, God with us. Our deliverer, you are Savior. In your presence we find our strength. Over everything, our redemption, God with us. You are God with us. Oh, you've come to be hope to this world for your honor and name. Oh, you've come to take sin, to bear shame, and to conquer the grave. Oh, we thank you well, God with us. Our deliverer, you are Savior. In your presence we find our strength. Over everything, our my Savior. In your presence we find